Hey guys, Vic Furler here. Today I'm hoping I'll be doing a informative video about a little accident I had 2 days prior to my 51st birthday. Yes, 51 years old. Not too bad, huh? Anyway, I was in the process of moving to a new home, and I went to lift up the very first piece of furniture in making my move, and I heard a really long, loud, ripping noise, like a shh. Some people hear pops, some people hear a ripping noise. I happened to hear the ripping noise. And what happened was I actually ripped my bicep from my forearm, and the medical term is a distal rupture of the bicep. What happens when you have a distal rupture of the bicep is the tendon that's connected to the actual bicep is torn away from your radius bone that's in your elbow. That's in your forearm. So there are two bones in your forearm. The radius is the shorter of the two. That is the bone that connects the tendon to the bicep. So when you make motion, your bicep will move up and down. When that happens, your bicep it's kind of like a rubber band. Your bicep smacks back up into the higher part of your upper arm, and it's basically stays there. So this happened, and I was thinking, oh wow, really, hurt my arm. I'm going to give it a couple days, see what happens. But within the second day, the next day, wasn't in pain, but I had noticed that when I would flex, my bicep was way up higher than it normally was. It's supposed to be the center of your arm here. So my bicep happened to raise all the way up. So when I did flex, my bicep was way up here, and I was concerned. So the very next day, Monday on my birthday, when I turned 51, I woke up and I had bruising, and red bruising and yellow and blue, all kinds of colors. And this is what it looks like. What this is right here, this is blood, and it's actually made its way down to my forearm now. Yes, I'm bleeding internally. Here's my left arm versus my right arm. You can definitely see there's a difference in size. I normally did have pretty big forearms and wrists. I have like an 8.5-inch wrist. And I have pretty big arms naturally. I'm not a big body builder. I don't work out all the time. I've been, blessed with a pretty broad shoulders and decent size arms. Anyway, long story short is I finally made it to the doctor, and my worst nightmares have come true. I have definitely ripped my bicep away from my forearm. So what's going to happen is I have surgery scheduled for tomorrow. I was going to go ahead and make this video to help some of you guys, some of you ladies out there that may have done this. If you don't get it done within 10 days to 2 weeks, it gets harder and harder to where they have to take bone grafts and all kinds of crazy shit, and you wind up in a worse situation than you were when it happened. So thankfully, I got a little nervous, especially when I started seeing all this bruising, and it's even affected the bottom of my forearm. It's all over right here. I got a little nervous. I went to the doctor, and I have to have the surgery. So tomorrow at 10 a.m., I'll be going into the ER. This surgery entails a couple of things. One, they're going to drill a hole all the way through your radius bone. They're going to suture your tendon, and they're going to put a little pin, probably about a half inch. It's a metal pin. They're going to suture around the metal pin as well. So they're going to suture the tendon to the pin, and they're going to kind of stick it in, and they're going to stick it in the hole, and they're going to pop the pin so it grabs onto the bottom of the radius bone. That tendon is actually going to go inside the hole. Part of the tendon will be going inside of the hole. the metal pin will be holding it in place. Then they're going to take a screw and they're going to put it inside the hole to hold the tendon as well. My arm is going to be at a 90-degree angle for the first week. Then eventually they're going to be letting it down slowly so the tendon starts to elasticize in your arm to where eventually within 4 weeks my arm will be completely straight again. They say that the full recovery is about 6 months. I'm sure it all depends on, how you recover from these things. I'm the type of guy, I'll cut my finger the very next day. It's like, thank God. I mean, I don't suffer from long-term injury complications. But best thing to really do is if something like this happens, you hear a pop, no matter if it's in your leg, your arm, go see a doctor, because the longer you wait, the worse it's going to be, the more expensive it's going to be, and the more painful it's going to be. So tomorrow, wish me luck, guys. I will do a follow-up video and let you know how the surgery went. Not too happy about this. Like I said, I wanted to move, and now that's been prolonged. But till next time, peace out.